All right, first time live in a little bit. There's the All-Star break, and I just wasn't doing it for a few times. Life gets in the way sometimes. Nothing major, just forgot or was not by a computer. It happens. All right, get off my back. Anyways, the Celtics and the Lakers when they play, I have to do a live reaction to it because I mean it's the Celtics and Lakers. Obviously, I'm going to do it. This one's just a little bit delayed because I had to digest the close loss for one, and also I wasn't watching at home at my home base, so I had to get to a computer because I can't do it from my phone yet because I'm not popular enough on YouTube yet. Getting there, but not quite there yet. Anyhow, uh, it was a great game. It was a great basketball game. The Celtics, as I said, came up just short, losing in LA without Kemba Walker. I hate that. There's the whole talk of good losses, but the Celtics should feel relatively encouraged that they were able to hang around and actually come very damn close to, maybe should have beat this Lakers team, who's the NBA Finals favorite without Kemba Walker on the court tonight. So that was encouraging if you want to take away that positive from the game. The most encouraging thing to me was that in a game where you had two all NBA, one guy who is perhaps one of the top three greatest players of all time on the court tonight, Jason Tatum was the best player in this game tonight. Make no doubt about it. Ties a career high with 41 points, played terrific defense, really carried the Celtics at long stretches of this game, especially in the second and third quarter, where he had 18 in both of those quarters. He was tremendous tonight. One of the better games of his career, and he's really just continued since making that All-Star game. Just continued to absolutely roast people on the court and been playing just fantastic and really taking a leap close to that superstar status that a lot of Celtics fans were hoping, and they've gotten it recently from Jason Tatum. So that was a very encouraging sign. Uh, Now to the discouraging stuff. Again, it was a close game. A lot of people complaining about the officials, and they were not good tonight. It's NBA officials. They're just not good on virtually any night, but they were especially bad tonight. I will say I do think that they were bad on both sides. I'm not going to blame this loss completely on the referees. I do think that they certainly didn't help, but they made some bad calls both ways. When you're having a nationally televised game, especially if it's Celtics Lakers, which is usually one of, if not the biggest game of the year for the NBA to put on national TV, 3:30 on a Sunday. I mean, that's prime time. You got to make sure that your officials are locked in and be able to call a good game. And these guys, this crew just wasn't good. It wasn't good at all tonight, and it just highlights the officiating problem that the NBA has. Refereeing basketball is not easy to do, but the quality of officiating in the NBA is still far below what it should be, and that's a problem the league needs to address. Unfortunately, for years they've been sort of scared of the officials union, and the officials union is very powerful in the NBA, and there's very little to no pushback on bad refereeing in the NBA. So that was evident today. Another disappointing thing, and what was actually the most disappointing thing for me in this game, was that the lack of a Celtics bench reared its ugly head. And this is why I was so upset with Danny Ainge at the trade deadline for not getting any bench help. Because, and I've been saying this all year long, you can go back and watch all these videos. I've been harping on this almost since game one. The Celtics bench is fucking terrible. I mean, it's bad. It's just really, really unproductive. You got very, very little from your bench tonight. You got 4 points from Grant Williams, 2 points from Brad Wanamaker, who was awful, and 5 points from Romeo Langford. That's just not nearly enough. Where you conversely look at the Lakers bench, 16 points from Kuzma, 10 from Dwight Howard. Rondo put in 4, and he had 5 assists and 5 steals too. 7 points for KCP, and Caruso added 6. You can't have your bench be getting mauled every single game. The Celtics just don't have talent on their bench right now. It's not good, and it's forcing the starters to play more minutes than you would like them to, and that could potentially impact how tired they are in the playoffs. It's just not a good bench, and Danny Ainge could have gotten help at the deadline for very cheap, and instead chose not to. there's still players out there like Isaiah Thomas who could come in and help you on the bench, at least scoring wise. The Celtics need, at the very least, some scoring threat off the bench. And I think Isaiah Thomas could help with that if he agrees to take that role. No reason to believe he wouldn't. I think it would be a great signing. And Danny Ainge is still sitting on his hands. It's frustrating. I don't get it. It was pretty damn evident tonight, or today, this afternoon, I should say, with this game, that the Celtics need help on their bench if they want to be the best version of themselves. Another frustrating part of the game tonight was how poorly Gordon Hayward played. And I'm not saying that to, just criticize Gordon Hayward, because he's been playing terrific basketball for weeks now. He's really, really been playing great. Tonight was, I keep saying tonight, this afternoon was an exception. He was awful. And his stat line doesn't necessarily indicate that, but he was bricking everything left and right. Missed a couple bunnies, careless with the basketball. The whole team was careless with the basketball, but Hayward especially, just whipping the ball around, cross-court passes with no abandon, and it really cost the Celtics in the end. Those turnovers, those missed easy points, that when you lose by 2 and you miss several layups, that's the difference in the game. And that's what happened to Gordon Hayward today. Just a bad shooting night and a bad performance from him. The team as a whole, relatively careless with the basketball too. Also, that last possession, I know it's tough, and I know you get a missed rebound, you have no timeouts there, but and I never like to criticize Marcus Smart because he's my guy. And again, if you've been watching these videos, you know Marcus Smart's my dude. But he just had complete blinders on that last possession. Anthony Davis misses the second of his 2 free throws, and Smart sort of takes off, head down, dribbles right into traffic, forces a bad pass to Tatum that he has to sort of awkwardly adjust to, and commits an offensive foul. Wouldn't have gotten a shot up anyways, as the replay showed. And it was just Smart trying to play hero ball. Really, you had enough time to be a little bit more calm than that. See the court for a second, scan the court, scan your options. If you get the ball to Tatum, great. If not, find somebody else. But don't put your head down and dribble in the traffic. That was a bad decision by Marcus Smart, and it ended up very possibly costing the Celtics the game. So goods and bads in this game. You want to throw this frustrating, close loss out if you can, if you're the Celtics, and focus on this back-to-back you have coming up Tuesday, Wednesday against the Blazers, and then Utah. The Blazers haven't been playing good, but they are still a dangerous team, especially if Damian Lillard plays. Utah is one of the better teams in the West. So 2 tough challenges for the Celtics. So put this Lakers loss in the rearview mirror, try to pick up those 2 wins, and then, continue to build from there. So you always hate losing the Lakers, but it was a good game, spirited effort, and hopefully they get Kemba back soon, and Celtics can go back on a nice winning tear here, because it's still tight in the East, and you can't afford to be dropping consecutive games. So I will talk to you after the next game. Thanks everybody who watched. I will talk to you later. See ya.